Super Nintendo World opened at Universal Studios Japan in 2020, becoming the world's first truly gamified theme park land. Thanks to a close partnership with Nintendo's own creative team, Universal was not only able to finally bring the world of the Mushroom Kingdom to life, but also evoke the classic Mario gaming experience itself. With the help of a handy wristband and phone app, visitors can participate in several challenges to collect 3 keys throughout the land. Encounters with piranha plants, Goombas, and Bob-ombs lead up to a boss battle with Bowser Jr. Other interactive elements encourage players to participate in several Mario Party-inspired minigames, though unfortunately Slapperazzi was not included. With Super Nintendo World, the next evolution of the classic theme park land was finally realized, as the entire land remains the focal point and not just a backdrop for the attractions within. An idea that the theme park community has been trying to perfect for years. The charming fairy tale vignettes of Efteling were one of the first examples of a limited theme park interactivity.
Ezeltje, schatje!
With even their trash cans providing some amusing interactive fun. Toontown was Disney's first major attempt at employing a series of land-based interactive elements, bringing the zany world of the Toons to life by encouraging guests to open mailboxes, play musical instruments, or even set off fireworks. The electric doors were always a personal favorite in giving unsuspecting tourists a jolt. In its heyday, Toontown acted as one large dynamic playground, though the effect has certainly diminished over the years with the loss of the Jolly Trolley, Goofy's Bounce House, and the post-2020 bacterial nightmare of Chippendale's Treehouse. Hopefully, Runaway Railway can help inject new life into the dying land, as much like the classic cartoons and Roger Rabbit, more and more people seem to forget about it every year. Unless there's another fight there, of course. Rather than focusing on entire lands, Disney instead would opt for smaller interactive queues, beginning with the Indiana Jones adventure in 1995. Often regarded as one of the most immersive queues Disney has ever designed, brave souls exploring the Temple of Mara can tempt fate in the Spike Room, decode Mara glyphs, or cause an unfortunate accident with an unseen archaeologist. Disney World now plays host to a plethora of interactive queues ranging from the clever, as is the case with Big Thunder Mountain, to the bizarre. Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion decided to do away with Walt's idea of letting the ghost take care of the inside, and leads riders through an interactive graveyard that offers very contrasting viewpoints on the macabre.
Someone will die.
Of fun.
And of murder.
Though it does contain a very un-Disney case of child murder in a game where you have to determine which family member killed who. Always hot on the mouse's heels, Universal devised several interactive queues of their own. All iterations of their Totally Not an Indiana Jones Ride ripoff Mummy Coaster include several guest-triggered traps, and Islands of Adventure's Skull Island Reign of Kong lets it be Halloween Horror Nights every day, with live scare actors populating the queue's dark corridors. Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon, did away with the queue entirely. Instead, guests are assigned a certain boarding group and wait in the Tonight Show's lobby and can play tabletop games or even charge their phones, while enjoying such entertainment as the Ragtime Gals and #the Panda.
This is what you worked 3.5 years on.
It's not often that a queue ends up eclipsing the ride itself, though I suppose it's better than the Jay Leno experience where he kicks you out of the ride halfway through. As evidenced by Super Nintendo World, where Universal really succeeds, however, are interactive lands. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter truly reinvented the concept with interactive wands that affect the environment when the right spell is cast, with varying responses based on how well the spell is said and performed. An idea that began with the Ollivander's Wand Shop experience, where only one lucky witch or wizard could perform a spell or two, it now encompasses both Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, with over 25 interactive locations, though to quote Mr. Gold,
"All magic comes with a price."
And each one will set a wizard back about 8 galleons and 15 canuts, or $55 for us no-mages. Still, by striking the perfect balance between immersion and engagement, the wands proved that interactivity could remain popular despite the paywall. And Disney has been playing catch-up ever since. Their immediate attempt at immersion was Pandora: The World of Avatar, and it was thematically impressive, but ultimately fell flat in terms of interactivity as the manufactured bioluminescence turned out to be non-reactive, and nobody really wants to turn themselves into a Na'vi action figure. The big gamble came with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and rather than opting for permanent interactive fixtures like Toontown or Hogsmeade, Galaxy's Edge instead based its interactivity entirely off of the Disneyland Play app. Don't worry if you've never heard of it, most people haven't. The Play app was designed to allow all attractions to be quote-unquote interactive, without having to deal with all those pesky theming elements. Minigames based around each attraction could be played while waiting in line, with only Peter Pan's flight featuring an animated Tinkerbell prop in the queue. Galaxy's Edge was designed to be the cornerstone of the app, with their data hacking software letting guests choose to fight for the First Order or the Resistance. Other games involved spying on conversations, looting crates, and jamming signals, but all remained solely within the virtual world with little physical impact on the rest of the land. It's highly likely the idea will be retrofitted for the upcoming Star Wars Galactic Cruiser, which promises to be the first fully immersive interactive hotel. The Play app is just the latest installment in a long line of interactive apps and games from Disney. My Pal Mickey was first introduced in the early 2000s as an interactive stuffed animal, who would share fun facts and wait times with you as you traveled through the park.
Up ahead is the Hollywood Tower Hotel, otherwise known as the Tower of Terror. Nothing to see there, though. Nothing but 13 stories of sheer screaming terror. Gee, I'm glad I'm not 40 inches tall, because they won't even let me in the door. Nope, can't get near the place.
Think of him more as a kid-friendly version of WikiBear.
Morality is an illusion. Nietzsche was right.
Shut up! Don't quote Nietzsche, Bear.
With the advent of Florida's Magic Band, you can now see your name occasionally pop up in a few attractions. Though that's hardly comparable to the band's main draw of paperless FastPass, theme park tickets, and room keys. Unfortunately, the days of complimentary Magic Bands are behind us. But hey, at least FastPass will always be free. Kim Possible World Showcase Adventure let guests rent a communicator to help battle various villains around Epcot's World Showcase. This would evolve into Agent P's World Showcase Adventure, and saw participants join Awuka to stop Dr. Doofenshmirtz from releasing his series of global innators. Of course, this would now become DuckTales World Showcase Adventure, though I wouldn't get your hopes up for many luxurious changes. After all,
Larry, I'm on DuckTales.
the Disney cruise ships also feature interactive art pieces that animate when activated, as seen in the Midship Detective Agency, a series of self-guided games that take players throughout the ship to solve some fun mysteries. The now-closed Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom applied the same technology to help players battle a smorgasbord of Disney villains throughout the Magic Kingdom. Originally designed as an ongoing card game with progressing levels of difficulty, Sorcerers never reached its true potential, often remaining overlooked and underpromoted. Which may be for the best, as some of the villains were rather odd choices. Finally, we have Disney's flagship interactive attraction itself, Disney Quest. The overpriced arcade to end overpriced arcades, Disney Quest was designed to provide you all that interactive theme park fun at half the budget. Beginning with an elevator trip hosted by the Genie, visitors could explore a handful of varying interactive rides and games. Since virtually every aspect of this has been talked about ad nauseum, I'll just stick to mentioning a few highlights like Cyberspace Mountain, where you could design and then ride your own roller coaster with Bill Nye the Science Guy's help, and Sid's Create-A-Toy, where you could design and buy your own monstrous creation. Epcot's upcoming Play Pavilion seems to be directly inspired by Disney Quest, and at least will breathe new life into the long-shuttered pavilion.